Thanks for having me today. So TMGE is actually the oldest subsidiary gold company in South Africa. It was a company about 130 years ago. So this gold field we're looking at today has been in production off and on for 130 years. And really for us, it's about bringing it back to life. It's high grade gold. Some of the reefs go 14, 15 grams. Fully diluted, we get down to about 6, 8 grams. So, it's a high and a big project at 6 million ounces. Disclaimer. So I guess for us, really, we pretty much dominate and control our golf fields. We got 620 square kilometers under management, which includes 43 historical mines. What we've recently done is complete a feasibility study for the first 4 mines, and we'll talk about those project economics shortly. We discover our gold about $12 an ounce. Now we're able to do that because the reefs are flat lying, and extensive for kilometre after kilometre. Generally, the bigger mines, they've sort of got a length of about 3.5 k's each. So it's a very large flat reef system, sort of similar to a Carlin. So, the host rock, it's sedimentary. The ore is very continuous, easy to define, easy to develop. Our local people are our shareholders in South Africa. There's a buck empowerment component. So what we've done, we actually have 26% ownership by the local people. We support those people with schools, feeding programs, all sorts of things in the local community, but they will have a direct project ownership, which goes along with those modern ESG principles, which is obviously great. So they're very supportive. So we actually drive our development and permitting processes from the bottom up through the local people. So this is just sort of everyone here today is talking about growth. Really, for us, the idea is to really grow the project ourselves. So, like we said, there's the grade 4.17 across the global resource. The underground material 4.5 million ounces, grade sort of between about 15, 14 ounces, grams per ton. So that's a great grade. We think once we get to 90,000, 100,000 ounces, we can self-sustain our growth to 160,000 ounces just within this one project area, because it's multiple projects and multiple mines coming into one production unit, one gold plant. We've been able to cure some very knowledgeable South African executives from Harmony, which is great, particularly on the operational side, with good track records of safety and development. So the team, there's 49 guys on the ground today that work on that mine every day, making it safe, taking samples and bringing the mine back to life. With our feasibility study, we already completed the engineering design drawings. So the plant's been designed. We can take it to a fabricator and say, build this. So we're very far advanced. We've also recently entered into a streaming deal, non-binding term sheet with Sprott. Sprott's currently in its DD phase for a 70 million US, which was about 70% of the project cost. The total cost 100 million. So, there should be only modest amount of dilution to the existing shareholders if we get that deal across the line. Sprott's already into phase 2 of its DD program, and I'll be on site in the next couple of weeks as well. I think you guys all know South Africa. Sometimes what we've forgotten about South Africa is actually the home of gold. If you own a gold bar, there's a good chance for all those if you own 10 gold bars, 4 of them probably came from South Africa. It has massive mines, and our field was sort of the forgotten field. So as an Australian walking this ground for the first time, seeing gold sticking out of the ground at 5, 6, 14 grams, it's pretty amazing experience. And that's really why I wanted to get involved in it. We can see the pink area there. That's the Bushveld complex. That's the richest metallurgic province on earth. Hosts about a large percentage of the world's platinum, vanadium, chrome, everything has come out of that heat and fluid engine. And the fluid and heat from that Bushveld complex is being pushed into our gold field through east-west structures. So that was quite a exciting development for us. Now, South Africans always knew the gold came from the Bushveld complex through their fluid inclusion studies, but what we were able to identify was the plumbing system that delivered that gold into that gold field. So the first project for the first 4 mines, about 12.9 years of mine life. I have a head grade of nearly 6 grams, so it's a grade. Peak funding 77 million US. Metallurgy recovery is about 87%. So there's different reefs that have different properties. The free free milling ore generally recovers over 90%. So we believe that recovery is very conservative. 31-month payback period, NPV of 324. And you look at our market cap of 40 million Aussie, so it's a great investment opportunity. All-in sustaining cost is about, on average, 7,834. So it's less than half the gold price, less than 900. So we think we meet all those. It's quite a very profitable mine. That's just the share price. Obviously, you're coming to the other side of the mine life development curve now. We've got very loyal shareholder base, 1,200 shareholders. Board and management own 9%. Top 10 own about 62% of the company. Generally, our shareholders hold the stock for about 3 years and 6 months. So they're very loyal. Currently, we're getting the plant site ready. We removed the old plant. The guys have been doing a little bit of civils, cleaning up, bringing that plant site back to life, tidying up the administration buildings and offices. We're obviously working a lot with the local NGOs and the local people. We have an amazing ESG project. We're going to save the river there. Through our studies, we know that river's under a lot of pressure, could potentially be gone in 15 years. By improving the hydrology of our local basin, we save the river, we save the farmers downstream. It's about 21,000 farming jobs we'll save. And we also save the winter water for the Kruger National Park. So a little company is going to do an amazing thing for that little part of the world. And really, we want to be a growth story. So that $100 million gets us about 90,000 ounces to 100,000 ounces. That takes 4 mining production units. And for us to bring 4 mines into production, we've already got a tailings for storage facility and plant area. And for the next phase, all we've really got to do is increase from 4 to 7 mining production units and increase the capacity of the plant. That plant is built modularly, so we can easily extend. We just add 2 new ore streams to that plant, and then we're up to 80,000 and we double the size of that plant. So all that growth is planned and factored in. Obviously, we'll do a bit more permitting. This just shows you the sort of general configurations of the tenements in the first 6 mines. So we're only really talking about the first 4 today. The central processing areas in the northern block of tenements up there in the yellow and purple. Everything will come in that central area. We'll be actually bringing, of the 43 historical mines, really we've only looked at the first 6. We've only done a feasibility on 4, but a lot more to come. For us, that's really our local people have been a big bonus for us. They lobbied government, they signed a petition. 5,000 of the local people signed a petition in support of this mine. This mine generates about $500 million US in free cash post-tax. It's a very cash generator for the investor. And those costs include everything, all that taxes, royalties, everything. It's a very detailed financial model that's gone through a number of banking processes. So it is very detailed. Our discovery costs less than $12 US an ounce. Can't get through everything today. So really the most exciting thing for us is the 6 to 8 months now. We've done all our studies and environmental work for the permitting. We're expecting to have news about that permitting very shortly this quarter. We're doing our Sprott DD. So, 70 million US on the table there for us to grab. We're going to start a bulk sampling program. That bulk sampling program, we're going to deliver about 3,000 tons of high-grade ore to Pan Africa. We're going to process it through their plant. And then we're going to also look at early cash flow options. If everyone's happy with how that 3,000 ton goes through their plant, we'll probably enter in a toll treatment deal to bring forward cash flow for Theta in the next couple of months. So we're not just waiting for the market to give us money. We'll be fully funded. That's the next goal. Financial decision to mine and commencement of construction. So really we're very much in that sweet spot for investors where everything just starts to happen. We've done the 10 years of boring stuff, drilling it out, getting the permitting done, and all those scoping studies, feasibility studies, etc. All that hard work has been done now, and it's just up to us to capitalize on it. We expect to be in gold production late 24. So yeah, things are moving very strongly for us. I won't go through the appendices, but if you go through the presentation on my desk, you'll see the appendices, you'll see what was achieved in the last 6 months. You'll see all the studies that have been completed on each of the mines. You'll see how the gold price is going to affect this project very positively. We've also had movement in the rand. So the rand now is about 18 rand to the US dollar. That's also moved in our favor. We've got a range of US dollar gold price cases, so you can see what difference each gold price makes to the project. Just some general stats about the project itself, like we've already talked about, just for the first four. We really believe this project's still in exploration phase in terms it can get much bigger. Like we said, we've only really dealt with the first 6 mines. There's still, 36 mines to deal with that require exploration and development. And that can all be done while we're producing gold, building the project, and making money now. That's just the plant design itself. You can see it's modular, streamlined, and very simple. The front part of that crushing circuit can already do 100,000 ton design today. So that plant is designed for growth, nearly double the capacity that's needed for the first phase. Just flow sheet, different recoveries for different ores. Some of the work that's already done on permitting, timelines, our social engagement. So ESG is very big in Africa. We probably don't get that here so much, but starting to be a global issue. But when we do mining conferences in Durban, half the conference is about ESG. In terms of corporate governance, South Africa provides by the King Charter 4. So, it's very well covered, obviously. But I think the social aspects in South Africa and the environmental aspects are really covered by the mining laws, policy that already exists. South Africa is quite advanced in terms of ESG. There's just the JORC tables. You can read those at your leisure. It's all signed off by independent geologists multiple times. They're based out of South Africa. They're called Minexcon. They've been working on that project over 14 years and have a very intimate knowledge. Thank you.